Once upon a time, in the small town of Willow Creek, there lived a young girl named Ella. She was an ordinary girl with an extraordinary love for books and adventure. Ella's favorite place in the world was the old, mysterious library that stood at the edge of the town. It was a place that held stories from centuries past, and Ella couldn't resist the allure of its ancient shelves. One gloomy evening, as raindrops tapped against the library windows, Ella decided to explore the hidden corners of the building. With a flickering lantern in hand, she wandered through the narrow aisles, tracing her fingers over the spines of dusty books. The air was thick with the smell of aged paper, and the only sound was the creaking of the old wooden floor beneath her feet. As Ella delved deeper into the labyrinth of books, she stumbled upon a section that seemed untouched for decades. The books here were different, no titles, no authors, just plain, weathered covers. Intrigued, Ella picked one up and opened it to find pages filled with strange symbols and cryptic drawings. The more she read, the more she felt a shiver running down her spine. Unbeknownst to Ella, her curiosity had unleashed something ancient and powerful within the library. Shadows whispered as she turned the pages, and the air grew colder with each passing moment. Unseen eyes followed her every move, and the once silent library now echoed with faint, eerie whispers. As Ella reached the end of the mysterious book, she found an illustration of a doorway, one that seemed to lead to another realm. The twist of fate came when she accidentally touched the drawing. In a flash, the library transformed into a surreal landscape. Dark clouds hung low in the sky, and the ground beneath her feet felt like soft moss. Fear gripped Ella as she realized she was no longer in the familiar town of Willow Creek. Instead, she stood in a realm that seemed to exist between reality and the stories within the books. Panicking, she searched for a way back but found herself surrounded by towering bookshelves that seemed to stretch infinitely in all directions. As Ella wandered through this strange land, she encountered characters from the stories she had read, some friendly, others ominous. They spoke in riddles and warned her of the dangers that lurked within the pages. Desperate to return home, Ella followed their cryptic guidance, hoping to find the elusive doorway that could lead her back to Willow Creek. Days turned into nights, and Ella's hope began to wane. She felt a growing sense of despair as the once familiar stories turned into a labyrinth of uncertainty. It was then that she stumbled upon a figure cloaked in darkness, standing in front of a peculiar book. The figure, with a voice that seemed to echo through the void, told her that she could only return home if she made a choice, one that would alter the fate of the stories forever. Torn between the known and the unknown, Ella hesitated. The figure revealed that the doorway could only be opened by sacrificing a cherished memory from her past. With a heavy heart, Ella made her choice, letting go of a precious moment in exchange for a chance to return home. As the sacrifice was made, the library began to shift and warp. The shadows receded, and the whispers faded away. Ella found herself standing at the entrance of the familiar Willow Creek Library, raindrops tapping gently against the windows. Relief washed over her, but as she looked around, she realized that something was different. The twist came when Ella discovered that the sacrifice she made not only opened the doorway for her return but also changed the stories within the books. Characters experienced different fates, and the once static narratives now held unexpected twists. Ella had unwittingly become the keeper of stories, a guardian of the tales within the old library. Although she returned to the ordinary world, the echoes of the extraordinary adventure lingered within her. As she stepped out into the rain-drenched streets of Willow Creek, she couldn't help but wonder if the stories she had changed would now shape the destinies of those who dared to read them.